Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the iceHQ ice rink in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia, on Warrenjoy, where we run traditional land for the iceHQ Junior Summer League 2023-2024, a grand final day. And today and this morning it is hockey time here at iceHQ. I'm Carl Brewer, and I'll be bringing you the games today from the iceHQ commentary box, and it is a beautiful March morning here in Melbourne. So you'll get to see some great hockey from our junior A's who are starting off, and this morning it will be the Dogs playing against the Snipers in the grand final of their series, which started way back in late 2023, and they've played through the summer, developed enormously. The Junior C competition, it's for under 10s, and the idea is that it's a great opportunity for the kids to get a good start in this game that we all absolutely love. iceHQ is a hockey rink, and that's what we love to do here. So the kids here get a great opportunity to get started. The Snipers in the blue with red and yellow stripes, and the Dogs in the black with the blue and sort of tealy stripes on them as well. And they'll be playing against each other on full ice. Now, the rules for the Junior C players is it's a non-checking league. So what that means is that players aren't allowed to be deliberately separated from the puck. If you've been watching NHL games, for example, which is a full contact, full checking league, this is a bit modified from that. The idea is that the kids can concentrate on the development of skill and don't have to worry about getting themselves knocked into next week, which is a big plus for the Littlies when they're skating around, with, especially with the current with the current information we know now about concussions that we didn't know when a lot of us were kids. Coaching the Junior C teams today for the Dogs is Troy Robinson, and is assisted by the junior assistant coach Tom Giles, and for the Snipers, Josh Page and Julian DeHoog coaching the Snipers for those two teams this morning as they've made their way through and qualified for this grand final game. We've got the bar without any licensing issues, of course, this time of the morning on a Sunday has a healthy number of people in it, and the grandstands are filling up. So the kids will get to play in front of a pretty decent crowd today, not entirely reminiscent of what happens at the Pro League here at iceHQ on Friday nights. So a lot of these youngsters will be looking forward to playing in that when they get a little bit older, in fact quite a little bit older, but certainly a great start for them here getting involved in this competition. We'll shortly be having a break for the national anthem. The kids will get to line up and hear it played, and then we'll be getting underway. So just a bit of a rundown on what's going to happen today with regards to time. Around about 7:03, so a minute to go according to the run sheet, but reasonably soon we should be getting the national anthem. I think I can see Jamie Burke over on the bench as well, helping out with the Junior C Dogs. If you're not familiar with Jamie Burke, he's a legend of Australian ice hockey. He captained the Dogs in the Pro League earlier this, like 2 weeks ago, where they won the grand final for them too. So just about to get the national anthem underway as the kids line up across the rink. And we'll have that very shortly indeed for you. We'll have a national anthem, and then we'll have a quick team huddle where they'll have a quick chat, and then the puck drop, and we'll be underway. So the kids with probably their first chance there to line up in front of the anthem, a great formality of international sport, ice hockey being one of the great international games. They'll have a quick chat with their bench and their coaches at the moment before the game gets underway in a moment or two. The periods for this game will be, we'll just make sure I get it right. The actual game time itself for these lilies is 3 minute warm up, and then they get 3 by 17-minute periods. Ice hockey unique in the fact that we don't have halves, we have thirds. So it'll be 3 by 17 minutes. So they have a break between each period of just the 1 minute. And if it does go to a tie at the end of the regulation time, there will be 2 minutes. Sorry, there will be stop time in the last 2 minutes. And then if it does go to a tie at the end of that, we'll have 5 minutes of 3-on-3 sudden death overtime. And if it's still tied up at the end of that, then we will have penalty shootouts where they will line up in the middle of the rink and take turns shooting on the goalie at the other end and trying to score the most goals in that instance until eventually we get a result. So we will see how that pans out. Of course, the key thing at the moment for the junior Cs is that they all get equal time on the lines. There's no stack lines or anything, but we're about to get underway. Dahogue taking the face-off for the Snipers, and it looks like he's facing off against Essence Wishart. Getting underway. This is a mixed competition as well. Shana Godfrey, our referee today, she will no doubt do a great job, and she's assisted by Briar Johnson, these two legends of women's hockey here in Australia as we are underway. And the puck played through the middle of the neutral zone. Dogs just chipping it past that blue line as a couple of them lose their feet. Snipers trying to clear it out wide, and they get the puck across to Archie Robertson, who clears the puck out of the zone. Sorry, I tell a lie, that was Kirill Zolan, not Archie Robinson. And the Dogs with a drive down the side, trying to get the puck across into the middle of the net. And just kept in there nicely. Brady Freeman chips the puck in deep. Sends across, and the puck goes through a leg of the goalie. And the first goal of the day is scored there by, I think that was Alex DeSantis, but I'll be able to tell you in just a second when I can see the number a bit more clearly. Through the legs of Jaden Truman there in the net for the Snipers. We're about to get underway again. I'll see who actually got that one. My apologies, it was a little bit of a mess of bodies, but we'll be able to get that number for you in just a moment. And we'll be having a face-off again. The ice hockey is unique in also how quickly the game moves. The players who change on the benches very quickly. If you're watching this and taking an interest in one of the youngsters, maybe a family member, you'll notice that they do change very quickly. They've got a bench, and unlike a lot of other sports, they're typically only on the ice for maybe 45 to 60 seconds. So it allows them to keep the intensity very high indeed. A little bit of a board battle on the side here. So young Berkey there trying to put some pressure on the Snipers, but they clear the puck out of the zone. Their priority here is to get the puck out of their defensive zone, so to cross that blue line, which then puts all of the attacking players offside, and they have to move out of the zone. The rule for offside, if the puck's in the attacking zone for a team, then you're allowed in. But if the puck comes out, everyone has to come out before anyone can go back in. And we've just had an offside there. The Snipers carried the puck over the blue line, and one of their players was in the offensive zone, so on that side of the blue line. And so they will have a face-off just outside that area as all 5 players line up and get ready to go. Snipers chip the puck through. Sorry, Dogs chip the puck through, but it's picked up there nicely by Cohen Freeman. Cohen Freeman's had a pretty good season. Deeks around 1 or 2, tries to get a shot away and does. And he puts the puck and tickles the twine. So Freeman with his first to square things up at 1 goal apiece. And I should be able to tell you who scored that first one. It's not showing up on the system. It's Oliver Boros who got that first one for the Dogs, and we are now tied up at 1 goal apiece. These two teams have had some ding-dong battles throughout the season. There's been some big swings in who's been up and down, so some very difficult one to predict this one. I think it very much depends on obviously a bit of puck luck, but also on who shows up on the day and who's switched on and alert. It's not really about the scoreboard at this level. It's more about learning the skills of the game. We'll see defensive players usually trying to clear the puck up to the side to clear the puck out of the middle of the zone, so they're giving the attacking team less quality scoring opportunities. So as a defensive player, typically sitting back, what your job usually is to do is to try and keep the puck out of that place in front of the net, which is where the goals tend to get scored. And this time the goalie makes a save there, and that was Jaden Truman Safe hands indeed. So now we'll have a thing called a defensive zone face-off. And you can see young Brooks Burke lining up to take the face-off for the Dogs. And he's up against, I think that might be Sebastian de Hoog. And here the Snipers will be looking to get the puck out of their zone very quickly, which will turn the Dogs around. And they do, they clear the puck out. That's de Hoog, but he's just dispossessed there nicely by Lincoln Brotherton, who couldn't quite clear the puck out. The Dogs now trying to clear the puck out of the back of their zone. Cross ice pass, which is one of those things their coaches will often say, hang on a sec, you don't want to be doing that. But they have a nice pass across to the Dogs, and they've got a chance now. A little bit of puck handling, but they're well met by a small army of Snipers, and the shot comes in from a distance there by Hendrik Abateljo, but not able to put it on the net. The Dogs keep the puck in the zone, but the Snipers now clear it out on the burst. Is Miles Fleer, I think, no, Alex DeSantis gets a shot away, but saved there nicely. Carter Burke, another one of the Berkey clan, passes it up, and it goes to Brooks Burke, who's forechecking, but a little bit of a collision. The two run into each other. A little bit of a board battle now on the side, and there's bodies all over the ice, but they're getting up the protective gear they're wearing. It really is very effective body armour. So a lot of things that look like they would hurt quite a bit actually don't, because the kids are pretty well protected by the armour that they're wearing. So sometimes what looks painful is not, as they're pretty well protected. As now breaking out there is Ruben Samet, Cohen Freeman again for the Snipers, but there's going to be a trip called on Pascoe. So he's made this stick come down, but the Dogs with a bit of an opportunity keeping possession. The referee has a hand up. That's Shana Godfrey's got a hand up in the air. Sorry, not Shana. The referee has a hand up indicating that's a penalty. What that means is as soon as the Snipers get possession, the game will stop. And then they still haven't got possession yet, so the Dogs still with an attacking play. They've got an advantage at the moment, but as soon as the Snipers get possession, the game will stop. And then what will happen is the Snipers will then have one of their players sent off into the penalty box for 2 minutes, and I think that was Erwin Pascoe who's going to sit too for a trip. The rule is if your stick causes your opponent to fall over, the referees have no discretion. Whether or not it was accidental, you are going to sit 2 minutes in the naughty box. The other team gets a numerical advantage. So the Dogs now with an advantage of an extra player on the ice. So it's 5-on-4 for at most 2 minutes. If they get a goal, then the penalty is wiped. But we do have a first penalty of the game, as the Dogs will want to be looking to keep possession and then try and get themselves some quality shots. And the Snipers, in this instance, they can just dump the puck all the way down the other end. And nicely done there too. That's a good clearance by Miles Fleer, who just dumped the puck out. The Snipers trying to keep possession. They do have a disadvantage of a player. The Dogs can pile on a bit more pressure, but it doesn't help when you're sitting on your backside. The Dogs now with the chance to break it out. Fleer tries to come across and make the check. The Dogs fire the puck in deep behind the net into Gretzky's office. That's the space behind the net. Wayne Gretzky, famous for setting up behind the net and trying to create opportunities from there. But shot in from the point by the Dogs. Ineffective. There's enough Snipers' bodies in the way. And they clear the puck out of the zone. So all of the Dogs have to leave the zone. Jacques Hay trying to clear the puck up the ice. Is assisted nicely by Cohen Freeman again. And with, I can't tell you exactly how much time is left to go on this penalty. It's not showing up on our system at the moment. But it is a 2 minute period in total. You'll see the Snipers set themselves up defensively, usually in this situation. But again, under 10s, it's a bit, it's not quite as structured as it would be at high levels. They play the puck back to themselves. Good piece of puck control as the Snipers get as the Dogs get a change. Skating up the middle of the ice, Freeman gets past one, gets past another, but driven off into the corner. Freeman couldn't get the shot away. And then you can see the Snipers driving in deep. Not too much longer to go on the penalty. We've got 10 seconds to go. Another shot on the net by the Snipers. And we are back to 5-on-5. So they have successfully killed the penalty. No goals scored against them by the Dogs. It was a tripping call for them. The puck now still in the Snipers' attacking end. Can they get something else as Pascoe goes over to try and play the puck out? Sorry, not Pascoe, that was Willett. Sometimes a bit difficult to read the numbers on these jerseys. The jerseys do tend to ride up on their backs and you can't necessarily see what the number is very clearly. That was Willett there. And playing the puck out of the zone though nicely, intercepted by Freeman again. But Freeman is caught with one of his players offside. And that was Blanche Walker there, I think, who just crossed the line a little bit early. You can't go into the offensive zone until the puck has gone in first. If the puck's not in the zone, you can't be in the attacking zone. So if you crossed over that blue line and the puck's not in there, you are offside. It's usually not a bad thing in the case of an attacking rush. You're trying to create an opportunity. But, you'll probably see quite a bit of offside throughout this game as the kids learn the rules. We certainly know that Cohen Freeman's had an excellent season, scored a lot of goals. Starting off with one as well today. And very lucky there, the Snipers, they didn't get one away. That was Hendricks, Obertangelo, who got the shot on, but just went a little bit wide. And the Snipers reply in kind and just missed the net as well at the other end. A bit of back and forward hockey. We've got about 7 minutes to play in this first period. The score all tied up, 1 goal apiece. One to Oliver Boros from the Dogs early on. The shot comes in from a distance. Puck bobbling out in the front there. Shot by Lincoln Botherton, but it was high and straight into the midsection of Truman. Now, goalies do wear a lot of padding, so that puck is not going to cause them any injuries at all. You can just see there, young Brooksburg was offside and had to saunter on back out of the offensive zone, looking to do what his dad's famous for, which is try and get in and score lots of goals. Good pressure there by Miles Flair. Sorry, not Flair. That was Alex DeSantis trying to break the puck out now. The Snipers clearing the puck out, and it is Cohen Freeman again, but driven off into the side. Freeman didn't quite get the running one. Had a nice run up through the middle of the neutral zone, but then the Dogs' defence were back there and forced him wide. A lot of players at this level forget that the fastest thing on the ice is the puck, and that if you can pass to your teammates, it usually gets around players. Sometimes you get one or two players who do have very good individual skills. But one of the great skills for them to learn is that as they go up through the leagues, the individual skills drop off in terms of a skill difference. And they have to be able to pass and use their teammates a lot more. That's a big skill that these kids will be working on throughout their training sessions and through the season. As the puck down into the defensive zone for the Dogs, and they clear it out of the zone nicely. Just over 5 minutes to play in the first. Still tied up 1 goal apiece. A few little collisions going on across the blue zone, but no harm, no foul. And another drive there by a beautiful pass across, but not quite able to complete it. The Snipers. Now the Dogs trying to break it out, get over the blue line. Another tumble of bodies, but it's the Dogs almost breaking through there in Archie Robertson. The puck goes in deep. Robertson up high now, waiting for the clear out of the defensive zone. And the puck played up by the Dogs, but they don't clear the zone. It's kept in by Kirill Zolan. Taken off him, and now the Dogs with a chance. A beautiful pick off there. Nice defensive play by Alex DeSantis. And the Snipers clear the puck out, and the Dogs are all offside. And you could see there was a couple of Dogs players in the offensive zone, and perhaps not aware of that was Ruben Samet, who played the puck in, and there was a whole heap of Dogs still stuck in the offensive zone. They've all got to clear out before any of them can go back in. And so with 4 minutes and 18 seconds to go, we'll have a face-off right in front of the commentary box here, and it will be taken by Hendricks. And once again there, Cohen Freeman. The puck cleared back up the zone. And the Snipers looking to play it out as we have Dogs offside again. And Shana Godfrey has spotted that. And that time that was Brooks Burke who was caught offside as the Dogs made the drive in. And we will have a face-off once again outside the zone. And it looks like we also have a penalty. I'm not quite sure exactly what that one was for, but that's Pascoe again sitting another 2. For you some details on what that one was for. I didn't see the particular issue, but we'll let you know in a moment. Looks like it might have been, Pasco's got another 2 for tripping. When your stick gets down there in someone else's feet and it makes them lose their feet, again, accidental or otherwise. A bit of a cannon there, fired in by Hendrix Obatangelo. But it went wide. The youngsters have been working on their slap shots. Let's play up the boards there by the Dogs players. And this time driving in is Jacques Kai, but dispossessed. And they run into each other again, and this time it's Archie Robinson, but caught offside once more. The Dogs, it's a little bit of a Achilles heel for them at the moment. They've been done for offside on a number of occasions. They're driving in with the puck and looking quite aggressive with it, but their players are getting over that blue line, so they're into the offensive zone. And as a result, they are giving away offsides. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the first. And the Snipers still on the penalty kill. That's why they've only got the 4 players on the ice at the moment. Pasco sitting 2 for another trip. Hendrix Obatangelo trying to get the puck in, but it's cleared out nicely by the Snipers. And they are away. Jacques Kai with some time and space. Gets around everyone, tries to get the shot away, but desperate defence there by the Dogs. And a nice save there too. Carter Burke got a pad in the way. But good way to kill a penalty for the Snipers is to turn it into a scoring opportunity, and the Dogs will be offside again. That time caught offside was Archie Robertson. He's trying to get back, but couldn't quite make it. One of the smart things you can do if you do see one of your players is offside, you can dump the puck in deep and fire it all the way down the other end. Everyone's still offside, but it gives you time to get back out of the zone. Not too much time left to go on the power play for the Dogs. They do have a 5-on-4 advantage for another few seconds. Haven't been able to convert a penalty yet, though. And in fact, the Snipers have had a couple of good scoring opportunities there as well. The puck down in deep for the Dogs. They're looking to play it up and out of the ice. Nice pass up the rink. And it just clears the zone for the Dogs. And we've got Robinson circling around high. And, here's the Dogs with a chance now to chip it out. And they clear the zone. Penalty now over. Teams back to 5-on-5. So the Snipers successfully killed the penalty with just over a minute to go. We are tied up at 1 goal apiece. In terms of shots on the net, though, the Snipers have had 2 shots on and the Dogs 8. So a good piece of momentum for the Dogs. That number doesn't tell you the whole story. It doesn't tell you the quality of the shots, but it does tell you that on the whole, the Dogs have been getting more chances on the net. It is a bit of a game of probability and luck. The more shots you get on the net, the more likely they are to go in. The obvious case, if you get no shots at all on the net, clearly none of them are going to go in. But Dogs now breaking up the right-hand side of the rink, but beautifully chipped in there and held by Kirill Zolan, who's having a great game, but caught offside this time, the Snipers. And with just 20 seconds to go, we may get this final face-off of the period, but it looks like we'll be ending the first tied up at 1 goal apiece. So I'll be able to give you those numbers in just a second as Brian Johnson lines them up for the last face-off. We've only got 5 seconds to go on the clock. Will we even get the drop of the puck? We do. The puck is played on the ice, but the buzzer goes, and that ends the first. And we are tied up at 1 goal apiece. So a thrilling game so far. Snipers 2 shots on the net, Dogs 8. Two penalties at the moment. Ewan Pascoe with 2, both for tripping. Once at 10 minutes and 50 seconds and once at 3 minutes and 39 seconds. Goals in the first to Oliver Boros, assisted by Parker Barnes and Brady Freeman for the Snipers, and then for the Dogs. And Cohen Freeman got one back very shortly after for the Snipers, assisted by Willett. And so we are tied up at 1 goal apiece. They're only supposed to get 1 minute between the periods. The referees will amble on over and have a quick chat about what's happening, and then we'll get the game shortly underway. Now, normally what would happen here is the teams will swap ends, and sometimes for the Junior C players, and also, to be fair, sometimes for adults as well, we can get a little bit disorientated and line up facing the wrong way. So we'll see if that happens here. I don't think it will. These guys have been playing now for long enough that they probably have worked that out. But we will see. For those of you who are adults watching this, maybe keeping an eye on some youngster that you're associated with, we do have an adult beer league here at iceHQ. And a beer league basically doesn't mean you have to roll up with a skin full of beers. It's an adult recreational league, and it is perfect for hockey players who are beginning. So if you're an adult and you want to play hockey and you haven't done it before, we have a program to get adults into the sport. A lot of Australians have never had the chance to play hockey, but you watch it and you think, you know what, this looks like a lot of fun, and I can tell you it is. So we do have programs here to get adults started right the way through to elite players. You've seen our Pro League here has some of the best players in the country playing in that for both the men and women. We do have a women's professional league which will be starting up again for its second season in April or May of this season, and we just finished our men's Pro League, which is used by a lot as a precursor to the Australian Ice Hockey League. But we're about to get underway now in the second period. All tied up at 1 goal apiece. 8 shots to the Dogs, 2 to the Snipers. We will get this underway very shortly. There's the puck dropped there by Bri Johnson. She has come through and played a lot of the professional league here for the women. Nice little deke there by Barnes, who gets the puck through. And looking for the goal and tags it. So that gives the Dogs the lead this time. And that was Parker Barnes who got through everything. Nice little piece of puck handling through the neutral zone. And then a nice shot down low. You'll find that goalies are often most vulnerable to a shot that's called a 5-hole. So if you look at a goaltender, they've got these great big pads, and there's an old saying about goalies that they have fast hands and slow feet. And that's because they've got these great big pads on their legs, and they're heavy and they slow them down. So if you can get a good shot, usually between a goalie's legs, that's called going through the 5-hole. And it's a very good place to score goals. So now the Dogs with a 1-goal lead. But DeSantos comes through, returns the favour, but flings it high over the top. The goalie there, Carter Burke, had that one well covered. And puck flings over the top of the net. A lot of people get excited and want to try and put the puck over the top of the net. It's called going top shelf. But it's usually a fairly low percentage option. Spectacular when it goes in. It makes all the highlight reels, but it's fairly unusual what it actually does. Most of the time it misses the net. There's darting through the middle of everyone there, Robinson, but he gets dispossessed in the end. Pascoe got a stick down and cleared it out. Having a great game there on Pascoe. And now we go back the other way, and clearing through everyone is the Snipers forwards. But the goaltender there for the Dogs, Carter Burke, with a good save, and it's back to Pascoe now looking in the Dogs. Snipers deep offside. They've got to wait until they get everyone back on side again, and they do. That's Dahuga gets back on side. And so you can see the players all lining up on the blue line, waiting for the puck to go in before they do. So good play there by the Snipers, not getting caught offside. And we've got another opportunity now, but Dogs back in numbers. Puck driven off deep in the corner as Colin Freeman with not enough room there to move. It's good pressure defence by the Dogs, and the puck cleared out. Pascoe clears the puck in, but you can see there the Snipers all offside. But now they sort it out through the middle. Barnes, but Barnes dispossessed, and Kindle dekes around, puts the puck across, but not quite able to pick it up. The Snipers, but now the puck comes in, and we have this time Dogs offside. It's going to be a familiar refrain through this game, is that the kid's still learning that rule. I'm quite sure if what you're seeing on the live feed is anything more than just the camera, because that's what I'm seeing here at the moment. But hopefully you're getting a view of the game. The Snipers just a little bit confused there with the change. Dennis Balhamy gets on the ice. Deep now, the puck is taken by Summit for the Dogs. Rubin's just swamped by Snipers' numbers, but they do drive the puck into the corner of the Dogs. They're back in numbers again. And you've got young Berkey circling around high looking for a stretch pass. It's not like you at all, Jamie, is it? It's the puck out of the ice. Snipers offside. They have to clear out of the zone. It's up, but only as far as the Snipers' defence. There's Miles Flair, who is trying to clear the puck in, but he's robbed. And Hendricks Albertello Joe tries to get a shot away, but ridden high off the ice. Tried that high shot again, and now the Snipers clear the puck out of their zone, and it's a foot race for the puck going down to the other end. But it's going to be the Dogs winning it, but it's going to be pretty tight. And in the end, wisely, Carter Burke drops down on the puck and freezes it, which forces a defensive zone face-off for the Dogs, but does mean that there's no chance of a goal being scored from that. Just under 12 minutes to go in the second. The score at the moment is 2-1 to the Dogs. with that one early on in the second period as they just get themselves lined up at this defensive zone face-off. One back by the Dogs, but stolen beautifully there by Kirill Zolan. Tries to get the pass across for a shot, and it goes in, and that was Theodore Willett with the beautiful shot. Pass across by Zolan, found Wallet unmarked. There's an area on the ice in front of the goal net called the slot, and Zolan was and Willett was beautifully unmarked there, and got a good shot across. There wasn't very much that Carter Burke could do about it. Burke just organising some gear now, I think. He's just going to try and sort stuff out. So the referees will wait until the goaltender is ready. You're certainly not going to start a game when the goaltender has got their back to the game. That would be quite a safety issue. Their gear does work very well to protect them from the puck hitting them from the front, but from the back they are very vulnerable. Puck comes across, Robinson reaches it on the stretch. He's got a little bit of room, but runs into a wall of Snipers' defence. That was Pascoe just making sure that no one had any room to move as two Dogs come unstuck. Godfrey gives one of them a hand to get back up and back into the game. As skating around the back of the net now as Freeman tries a wrap around and the puck loose, but Carter Burke this time makes it safe. Freeman there tried to do a move called a wraparound, which is where you skate around the back of the net and try and tuck it in on the other side. Sometimes works. It's always spectacular when it does. Face off now for the Snipers with a chance to attack. They're trying to win the puck through, but it's stolen nicely by the Dogs. Oliver Boros getting up through the middle, but covered. He's got a wall of Snipers in front of him, and he's picked off nicely there. And that is Freeman, who has a bit of room now to move. Freeman being pressed by Wishart, but Wishart just kind of beaten by it, but not beaten was Burke, who swallowed that one up nicely. Freeman got a nice shot. Burke made that one safe. Just over 10 minutes to play now in the second period. And we have a 2 goals game each. We're all tied up 2 goals apiece. So this grand final, a thriller, and it's going to come down to what happens in the third. No blowouts here, which is great to see. The Dogs make a blast up through the middle, but not quite able to get it clear was Hendricks. And now the Snipers with an opportunity going around the back of the net. Circling around there, just looking a little bit threatening there is Zolan. Zolan free in the slot, looking to get a pass up to him. Dogs all with their back to him. Not quite aware of what's going on, but the pass not quite able to be complete. And now Hendricks is away. Gets a shot from a distance, but throws it wide. And there's that high shot. And the kids do love doing it. That's a very low percentage chance. Generally, you want to try and bounce the puck off the goalie's pads if you can and create a rebound or get it through. But in this case, the player's going coast to coast, and that was Freeman again. Dogs now looking to break it out around the back of their net and try and counter-attack. It's caught with the puck a little bit, but they do break it out now. And Hendricks now manages to dump the puck out of the zone, flings it down the other end. And the referee has the hand up. This is a thing called an icing. So if you've played the puck from your side of the rink, so your side of the red line, the line down the middle of the rink, and it crosses the goal line at the other end, you're not allowed to go down the other end and put pressure on the puck at this level. It's a bit different in high levels. We have a simplified icing rule for the junior Cs. Breaking it out now is the Dogs once more. That's Brotherton, who is now dispossessed. And the Snipers clear the puck out of their zone. Dogs all onside. There's still a little bit of a loss of footing there by De Hoog, who couldn't quite get onto that one. Kirill Zolan looking dangerous through the middle. Tried to get another chance away, but ridden into the boards and eventually dispossessed. Snipers lost sight of the puck. It's still deep in the corner. Playing it out now. Lincoln Brotherton trying to clear the zone, but being tightly checked there. He's got Kirill Zolan all over him. They're still unable to clear the puck out of the zone. The Dogs, good offensive zone time. This is their chance to clear the puck out if they can. Not quite able to get it there was Hales. And now clearing the puck. Finally, the Dogs will clear the puck out of the zone. Hales now with a little bit of a chance. Crosses the line, looking to try and get a shot away. Deeks into the middle, but runs into a wall of Snipers. And it's not coming out. in the direction of the goal. And now the Snipers clear it through the middle. It's just trickling up towards Burke, who just lets a little bit of a rebound pop out in front of him. And putting the pressure on there was Freeman again, but not able to finish it up. And a little bit of push and shove there, and I think, not sure if we're going to get a penalty on that one. Yep, we are, and that's going to be the Dogs captain. And that is Parker Barnes, who will sit too. Not exactly sure what for. It looked like a little bit of a push. There are rules about contact. If you want to have an entertaining read, you can read through the rule books. They are available online for free. If you just do a search for ice hockey rules, there are pages and pages and pages on various misdemeanors, which is quite entertaining the first time you read it. You think, seriously, there's a crime for that, and it's different from a penalty for something else? And it is. A lot of them are safety related. There's some particular things about the use of skates and so forth, which, as you can imagine, these kids are all skating around with sharp knives attached to their feet. You've got to be very careful with those pieces of equipment, and a stick too can cause a pretty nasty injury. So there are some pretty strict rules about what you're allowed to do with your equipment. But, at the moment, 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the second. We are tied up at 2 goals apiece. Shots now have evened out a little bit to 7 shots to 9 shots. It's pretty even at the moment. This game has certainly set itself up to be a thriller in the third. It's trying to get the puck through once again, Freeman. But this time we have another offside, I think it was. No, we have a hooking penalty. And that is going to be Archie Robinson sitting too. So the Dogs now on the penalty kill with 5 minutes to play. So the Dogs will be down 1 player. The Snipers have the numerical advantage. And it looks like we are going to be having 5-on-3 briefly. No, 5-on-4. It is 5-on-3, sorry. So 2 Dogs in the penalty box at the moment. And that is Parker Barnes and Archie Robinson. So for about 45 seconds, we're going to have 5-on-3. So it does give the Snipers a huge advantage. So the Dogs will need Carter Burke really to play out of his skin in order to prevent goals going in for the Snipers. The Dogs with 2 players in the box. And just offside there on the wrong side of the face-off there, Hendricks. Now lining up. Puck chipped through. Pascoe with an opportunity for a shot, elects to pass it in. Players just kind of all over the puck. The Dogs, you can see, trying to own that space in front of them. When they've only got the 3 players, they need to be very careful not to overextend themselves. So Hendricks tries to play the puck out, and we are back to, I think it's not quite full strength. I think we've got 5-on-4 now. It's a little bit unclear on the scoreboard. All I'm seeing is a round circle of it. The Snipers now with a 2-on-1, but Dogs hurrying back, trying to shut it down. And indeed they are. That was Sebastian de Hoog, who just probably carried the puck just a little bit too long. We try and teach beginner players is to develop what's called a shooting mentality, which is when you cross over that blue line, you've got to be thinking about taking the shot. You can wait for the perfect shot, but the perfect shot very rarely happens. You want to get shots away reasonably early and try and get rebounds. That's usually a pretty good probability of getting a shot in. As digging around the front comes the Snipers, but the Dogs, Burke waiting for it, sits back and cleared. He manages to make the save, and the referee's lost sight of the puck. And when they do that, they blow the whistle to stop it. 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the second. We are still all tied up at 2 goals apiece. The Dogs with a number of penalty kills they've had to do at one point. They were 5-on-3, and the Snipers unable to take advantage of that significant advantage. At NHL level, a 5-on-3 is almost always a goal. But these kids have got a few years to go before they're emulating Nathan Walker and going off and playing in the big show. So they would all dearly love to. Chance now to get a shot away was Amelia Blanchard-Walker, but couldn't quite get enough on it. And the Dogs trying to clear the puck out of the zone, but stuck over on the half-boards in front of the Snipers bench. Trying to clear the puck out of the zone there, the Dogs. And they do now, and away is Robinson. Robinson on his own, he's got plenty of room. Snipers chasing back hard. Robinson takes a shot, buries the shot, tickles the twine, and we have 3-2. Robinson with the go-ahead goal with just over 2 minutes to play in the second. Lovely breakaway there when the Snipers' defence all caught a little bit high. Couldn't get back in time to do much about it. Robinson pinned his ears back and had time and space. And Truman, not much he could do all there on his own. The Snipers will want to get that one back and see if they can take the game into the third period, tied up at 3 goals apiece. I'm sure they would dearly love to do that. Pascoe tries to drive the puck in. Didn't quite get a handle on it. It's in deep now for the Dogs. In essence, Wishart going back to fish it out. Stops and goes back to the slot. Playing smart defensive hockey. Puck played across the front there. Shot in by Bahami, I think that was. And driven all the way out there by the Dogs. Referee signalling that there is no icing, so the Dogs can go in and put pressure on the Snipers players. It's called a forecheck when you go in and put pressure on a defensive player who's trying to break the puck out. But here he comes again. And that was Jacques Kai tried to get the shot away, but only as far as Carter Burke, who is having a fantastic game, Burke, and makes the save and closes the puck down. Every time they stop the game, the clock will keep ticking. So with just over a minute to play in the second, Dogs with a slim lead. They are up 3-2. That last goal there by Archie Robinson with a beautiful breakaway. Dogs chip it through, and that is Robinson again, who just dumps the puck down the other end. Sorry, Hendricks dumps the puck down the other end, forcing the Snipers to have to go back and get it. He's doing there. He's just helping to run the clock down a little bit. The clock not in the favour of the Snipers. The Dogs would love to go into the third with that 1-goal lead if they can. I don't think Colin Freeman wants to let that happen. Tries to get across the front, but runs into a wall of Dogs' defence. So Hoog now with a chance to try and take the puck around. Everyone deeks around a couple. He's got a chance now to take the shot. Just couldn't quite get a handle on it. And now breaking it out. Hendricks with a bit of room and space. Gets around Pascoe. Takes a shot from a distance. Fires a high and wide. And now breaking it out. Colin Freeman looking for a pass up the net, but it crosses the line and it is picked up nicely by the Dogs. And at the end of the second period, we have the Dogs with a very slim 3-2 lead. Barnes with one, Willer with one, and Archie Robinson with that lovely breakaway goal at the finish of the second. So we will be back with you for the third in about 40 seconds. Right, so welcome back after the brief break, not the beef break, the beef break. We'll get there in a minute. So yes, at the end of the second, and we have goals in the second period. It was a good one for the Dogs. They got 2. Parker Barnes with 1 unassisted, and then Archie Robinson got 1 with a beautiful breakaway. But well out for the Snipers, tied it up 2 goals apiece with about 12.5 minutes to go in that second period. Number of penalties to the Dogs in the second, 1 to Barnes and another 1 to Robinson. And for a while there, the Snipers had a 5-on-3 advantage, but they couldn't capitalise on it. They had a couple of chances. But, the Dogs did a pretty good job of keeping the puck down the other end, so we'll be going into the third with the Dogs with just a 1-goal lead. It's not a big margin. They've got 17 minutes, the Snipers, to get it back. Watch for them to up the tempo a bit, see if they can get past the Dogs, and the Dogs will need to stay on their toes too. It's tempting when you have a bit of a lead to say we're just going to sit back and wait for the other team to come up to us, but that's typically not the best solution, because if you do that, momentum will very rapidly change the other way. And 1 goal is not a big lead. This isn't like soccer. One goal is enough to win a game. In ice hockey, it's a very different animal indeed. Skating down through the middle, Cohen Freeman, but runs into the Dogs' defence. Dogs doing a good job of just containing Freeman. Freeman's had a very effective season, scored a lot of goals, but hasn't been able to be particularly effective tonight. Dogs' defence has been back in numbers and shutting down those opportunities. Freeman did get one in the second. As the puck comes out now for Boros, but not able to pick up the puck. The Dogs, as a couple of them trip over on the blue line down the other end behind the plate. It's an innocent collision. As they're saying on the ice, the hardest thing on the ice is the ice, and it certainly is. As the puck there just bounces off net, Carter Burke there in position to clear it out. Snipers are trying to get another shot away on the net as quickly as they can and try and square things up. The Dogs' defence back in numbers as they clear the puck out of the zone. Snipers offside still, and it is Hales trying to play the puck up the ice. Not sure there if the Dogs are offside or not, but well sided there was Godfrey. Puck comes out loose. Puck's not going the right way for the Snipers, as there to pick up that rebound was Oliver Boros. Just tucked it in, and you can see the advantage. You get that shot down low on the goalie, it bounces off a pad. You have players in tight, ready to swoop on it. It's a little bit of luck, but that luck only works if you're there to take advantage of it. And so the Dogs now with a 2-goal lead. It's 4-2. The Snipers will have to do something about that quickly. They want to get that one back fairly fast. Nice little piece of play there from the face-off by Jacques Kai, but couldn't clear it through. Now the Dogs with a 2-goal lead. Now, 2-goal leads are a little bit deceptive in hockey. It feels like a big margin. Often it's just enough to make the team with the lead get a little bit complacent. I don't think they will with the coaching staff. They'll be pretty rigorously making sure that their team keeps the tempo high. You can see Snipers just floating around in the slot with a couple of loose players. They've got one just drifting around unmarked right in front of the goaltender. The Dogs will want to be conscious of that, but they do manage to... They haven't managed to clear the puck out of the zone yet. When they do, those players will have to come out. But they haven't done it yet. Finally, they clear the puck out of the zone, and away now is Hendricks Albertangelo. Turns, Deeks shoots, fires high, but it is saved there quite nicely by Jaden Truman, who makes no mistake. 14 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the third. The Dogs with a 2-goal lead. Boros there with a lovely goal from Robinson. And shots on the net, 10-13 in favour of the Dogs now. Snipers yet to get a shot on the net. At least not an effective one that the scorers have determined was a shot. You can get a shot in the direction of the net, but it doesn't count as a shot unless it would have gone in, unless it was saved by the goaltender. Goaltenders will often argue that statistic, saying, I made more saves than that, but if the scorers don't think it was going to go in the net, it doesn't count as a shot. Not entirely unreasonable case. Dogs break it out of the zone nicely. Got Burke just waiting for that stretch pass. It's not like a Burke at all to do that, is it Burkey, if you're watching this later? Nice little piece of play by the youngster. And that is Brooks Burke. And, the Snipers do clear the puck out of the zone. Dogs offside. But they get themselves back on side as trying to do something creative with it now. DeSantis plays the puck up the ice, but it's only gone in deep at the moment, and picking it up for the Dogs, Boros, who plays it up the boards. They couldn't clear the zone. So the puck's still in the offensive zone for the Snipers. They've got a chance now to try and get a shot away as Miles Fleer gets a shot from a distance but sprays it wide. Picking it up. Leung tries to get a shot in, but couldn't quite manage it. And last line of defence for the Snipers there. Alex DeSantis plays the puck back up, but the Snipers offside. You can see the referee with their hand up indicating the offside, but it's not effective. But eventually there, Shana Godfrey says, no, that was offside. Out you go. 12 minutes and 10 seconds to go, that offside. So the puck came out of the offensive zone for the Snipers. One of the Snipers players was still in the zone, and then played the puck when the puck came in, and as a result they get an offside. From the Dogs' perspective, what this does is it runs the clock down, so their lead effectively gets bigger as there is less and less time We're just waiting on something here. Not quite sure what's going on as a change a little bit messy for the Dogs. And Godfrey drops the puck. Back won nicely by the Snipers, and Deans Balhami tries to play the puck in deep, but it comes back now, and it is Colin Freeman trying to get around everyone, gets through a few, deeks around the front, but is dispossessed, runs into a wall of Dogs, and the Dogs clear the puck out of the zone. Hogue there, just challenged by Hendricks Anteljo. Can't quite do too much with it, but the puck now being carried out once again by Freeman, but makes a pass this time, gets it across, but dispossessed again nicely by the Dogs, doing a good job in defence. They've owned that space in front of the net. They've allowed the Snipers to come in, but every time they got close, they forced them wide, thus depriving them of good scoring opportunities, and that's good defence by the Dogs, not dissimilar to their namesakes, and this time good opportunities there by the Dogs. Good pick up on the rebound by Hendricks, but Jaden Truman got a glove out and got a blocker out and kept the puck out. So nice work there by Truman, keeping the Snipers in the game with 10 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the final period of the season for these two teams. The Dogs with a slim 2-4 lead. They win the puck back on the face-off to Barnes, who tries to get the shot in. Once again, the save made by Truman and cleared out to the side safely by the Snipers. Looking to clear the puck out of the zone. Not quite able to there. Kindle just dispossessed. But does pick the puck up now through the neutral zone with a little bit of a chance. But beautiful back-checking there by Robinson, who just lifted the stick up and took the puck off him. Bodies flying around all over the place as the Dogs drive it in deep. You can see the nice play by Parker Barnes. A good dump and then gets a change. Firing the puck across the front was Robinson, but no one there to pick up the rebound. And this time for the Snipers, it's Willett. Did score a beautiful goal earlier. And they have running out of time. They've just got 9.5 minutes now to play in the third. And they get another couple of shots away. If they can get one back quickly now, they put themselves right back in the game. But it's Robinson bursting down the middle. Gets around one, gets around two. Robinson's cleared, lines up for a shot, takes the shot. But beautiful save there by Truman. Got in front of it. Nice positional work. You can see Truman tracking Robinson. Robinson went across, Truman moved with him. And just cut down the angle. And in the end, Robinson shot straight into Truman. Makes what looks like an easy save. But I can tell you a lot of skill goes into setting that up. Just over 8.5 minutes now to play in the third period of this game. The Dogs still with that very slender 2-goal lead. They win the puck back, the Dogs. Barnes tries to get a shot through, but it's through traffic. And the Snipers will want to clear that one out quickly. They don't want us to blow out to a 3-goal lead if they can. The Snipers want to get that one pretty quickly. They'll need to do it as a team. And that is Jacques Kai, who fires from a distance and tags the twine and gets one back. And so we are down to a 1-goal game. Beautiful shot there by Jacques Kai, I think that was. Should be 84 for the Snipers. Wasn't much there that Burt could do about that one. And we're back to a 1-goal game with 7 minutes and 50 seconds to play, and that was exactly what the Snipers needed. Just chipping it through there. Pretty of a common play. Hendricks D'Antelejo likes to go that chip through from the centre and try and pick the puck up. Not passing back to their D, but trying to do it Liam Websterish style. Win it through and turn it into a burst up the middle. Puck comes across for the Snipers across the front, but not able to pick it up. And the puck, in fact, clears the zone. All of the Snipers will need to come out of the defensive zone now. And they play the puck around through the neutral zone, looking for opportunities. Hendricks tried the pick, and the puck driven in by De Hoog. Carries it into the corner. Snipers moving around with a chance now for a shot from a distance, but nicely blocked there by Hendricks, who got a stick on the Snipers D And that was the very dangerous Cohen Freeman, whose shot was interrupted. Snipers now back up to the point, trying to get a shot away. Another shot from a distance there, but flinging it high and wide. Get those shots down on the net, boys. Here comes the Dogs with a 3-on-1. Shot comes in from a distance. No goal. Denied was Hendricks by Truman. Again, a nice positional save. There was a 3-on-1 there for the Dogs. But, Hendricks was out wide when the shot was taken, which gives the goalie a good option. And you have to really cover the one post. 6 minutes to play. 1 goal the lead in favour of the Dogs. It's tight here at iceHQ in this grand final game for the Junior League. Junior Summer League, I should say. Dogs circling around with the puck, trying to get a shot away. And that's Robinson, but denied in the end by a wall of blue. They get another goal away and establish that 2-goal lead, or is it going to be tied all the way to the finish? I think it's going to be tied all the way to the finish. This has been a ding-dong battle all the way through it. 5 minutes now to go as breaking the puck up the side there. Lung tries to get it around, but in the end runs into a wall of blue, and the Dogs looking to clear the zone. Not quite able to get enough of a stick on that puck. They want to get that puck out past that blue line. Their priority here has got to be to clear the puck out of the offensive zone. Firing the puck around the back of the net, the Dogs trying to get the puck around the side. That's called a rim, when you rim the puck around the edge of the boards. And a bit of a battle there on the corner. No hands up for fouls. But certainly the referees will stop the game. I'm just hoping that no one has been hurt in that little collision with the boards. A few of them a little slow to get to their feet, but hopefully everyone's all okay. So we're going to have a break now, just while that gets sorted out. But, yep, everyone's back on their feet. A little bit stunned perhaps, but that's Robertson who ran into the boards. And, we will have 4.5 minutes to go with a very slender 1-goal lead to the Dogs. The face-off will take place just where the incident occurred. Robinson looks to be unharmed, just a little bit stunned. Not stunned in terms of a concussion, but just stunned in terms of, hey, I fell over. We'll see how this last couple of minutes pans out. It's bursting up through the middle once again. Hendricks tries to make a move around everyone. Runs into that wall of defence, but it's not enough. Gets the shot away, gets the goal away, and that one went past Truman, and the Dogs back out to a 2-goal lead with 4 minutes to play. Oh, very excited, the Dogs, as you can imagine. Snipers, you are still in this game. We'll just have 3.5 minutes. It's only 2 goals of difference, so when the game gets down to the last couple of minutes, it will go to what's called stop time, so the clock will stop. But, in the meantime, shot in from a distance by the Snipers, very nearly getting it back there, was Jacques Kai. Up to the task was Carter Burke, who got onto it and kept the puck out. The Snipers now desperate to try and to get one back in. Circling around on the red line, Cohen Freeman looking dangerous. Calling for the puck on the blue line, but the puck doesn't come out to him. Trying to clear the puck out of the zone now. The Dogs, their priority will be to keep the puck down the other end of the rink and prevent scoring opportunities. And here comes Hendricks once more, dumps the puck in deep. That's all they need to do at this point with a 2-goal lead with 2 minutes to go. Now they just need to deny opportunities to the Snipers. Good deep forecheck. So a lot of Dogs in deep trying to keep the puck in. The Dogs tee lob it in towards the goal, and the puck bobbles around in front, but it is in the end made safe by Truman. 2 minutes and 20 seconds. 2 goals the lead to the Dogs, 5 goals to 3. And this little thriller of a grand final for our Junior Cs here at the iceHQ Junior Summer League is drawing to a close, just on 2 minutes to go. Stop time, so you'll see the clock has stopped. And we've called a timeout, I think, the Snipers. Just going to have a quick chat about what they can do here. They've got to get one goal back very, very quickly. And then if they can get another one, well, then it all ties it up. Seems obvious, and the maths usually is, but it's not that simple when you're on the ice. So the Dogs, their priority will be to keep the puck down the other end. They don't need to score anything. They just need to play smart defensive hockey. If the puck does get down into their zone, they've got to make sure that the Snipers don't have space in front of the net. They want no one unmarked in the slot. It is perfectly okay to have a little bit of a jostle when you are in front of the goal and lift your opponent's stick up off the ice. Not allowed to whack him with a stick or anything like that, but you are allowed to lift the stick up off the ice and effectively prevent an attacking player from having an opportunity to score. The emphasis in this division is on participation and skill development. We will have a face-off back down in the defensive zone for the Snipers. The interesting question will be, will the Snipers elect to take their goalie off the ice and play 6-on-5? You're allowed to do that. They can pull their goalie off the ice and then they'll have a 6-on-5 numerical advantage. We'll see if they choose to do that or not. They may or may not. Some coaches are big fans of it. I know I certainly am. But it does tend to work out quite nicely. But it's also a bit of a damn the torpedoes, throw caution to the wind play, because if the other team does get past you and you don't have a goalie, it's usually a goal. But the numbers flood. Down below 2 minutes now to play. Just 1 minute and 45 seconds to go in the third. The puck thrown in deep by the Dogs, and this time it is frozen by Truman. And we will have another face-off. You can see the clock stopping now as the goal differential is only 2 goals. We do go into stop time in the last couple of minutes of the game, so you can't dump the puck down the other end and expect the clock to keep running. Snipers now with a chance to break it out. Trying to get the puck clear is De Hoog. Gets round one, gets round another, takes the shot. Save there made by Carter Burke with a game-defining save, and now it's away. Down the other end, and it's a chance for Hendricks to get a shot on, but ridden into the corner. The puck bounces off the back of the net. Still just over a minute to play. 2 goals the margin. Dogs trying to keep it safe. Here come the Snipers, and they get round another, and that is Jacques Kai, but runs into a wall. Flooding now. The Snipers have pulled their goalie. They've gone 6-on-5. So the Snipers now with 6 players on the ice. This is where you throw caution to the wind. It might be all just a little bit too late for them, but they've still got 40 seconds to go. And the clock stops as the Dogs, I think, offside. Clock stops. 47 seconds to go. 2 goals the difference. Snipers with their goaltender sitting over on the benches. They've put 6 on the ice. At least they should put 6 on the ice. They've got 5 on the ice at the moment. They'll just get that organised. Now they've got 6 on the ice. 40 seconds to go. Can they get a goal back in a hurry? Godfrey with a hand up for an offside, but the puck comes out. And the clock will stop. And no, we have a penalty. And the penalty this time on the Dogs. So this will give the Snipers a 6-4 advantage, but 30 seconds to go. Can they get the goal? They will be starting off with an offensive zone face-off. Every time you get a penalty, the player is drawn back to the offending team's defensive zone. So the Snipers this time with a 6-on-4 advantage with 34 seconds to play. If they can score a goal from this face-off, they are in with a chance. Or at least bring it back to 1 goal, but they will need to score now in order for that to happen. And they have 6-on-4. Watch them to flood the zone. Their goalie not in the net. They have pulled the goalie off the ice. Just a little bit disorganised. They don't often get a chance to do this. Not a lot of teams actually get a chance to play. Certainly 6-on-4 in the dying seconds of the game. 30 seconds now to go. The puck is gotten out, and away with it is Archie Robinson. But runs into Snipers, and here they come with the counter-attack. They've got 20 seconds. Can they get another goal? They do have that advantage, 6-on-4, but they run into the D, and that's probably going to be just about it for the Snipers, I think. But they've got one more chance. I hope the Dogs take it back in running around. Someone throws a stick. It should be 2 minutes in the box, but it doesn't matter. At the end of it all, the Dogs take that one out with a great display of enthusiasm as well. And Carter Burke did a great job in the net. Great job too there. The Snipers took it all the way to the finish. Pulled the goalie, did everything they could. But the Dogs take that one out in the end. A overpowering display. They did get 10 more shots on net, 13 to the Snipers to 23 shots on the net by the Dogs. Goals to Hendricks or Abanteljo, who got that last goal. Jacques Kai with one for the Snipers. Boros with one earlier to that, which from Robinson for the Dogs. And all up, they score 3 goals to the Snipers and 5 goals to the Reservoir Dogs, who are our Junior C champions and grand final winners for the 2023-2024 summer season. This is a good opportunity for everyone to display their sportsmanship, and not to get frustrated, go banging your stick on the ice. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, and that's the beauty of the sport. So you'll see the players all lining up and congratulating each other for the game. We will give you a video of the presentations and so forth, and we'll be back with you for the Junior B bronze medal game, which will be at 8:45. So we'll just get the announcer and all of the other various bits and pieces that will go on, so you should hopefully be able to pick that up through the feed. And we will have the Junior B game, which will be at 8:45. And that will be between the Snipers again and the Bruins at 8:45.